Hi everyone, my name is Parul. Welcome to my channel Parul English Lab. In today's session, you are going to learn how to use the words unless and until correctly in English language. So let's start our today's video. The words unless and until are a bit confusing, but trust me, once you understand the concept, then you will never have a confusion with these words. Please keep one thing in mind, that unless refers to a condition, whereas until refers to a time period. So first, let's understand unless. Unless refers to a negative condition. Its meaning is if not. Now let's look at some examples. You can't reach office on time if you do not start early in the morning. So here we have a negative condition, if not. If you do not start early in the morning, you cannot reach office on time. So here we can replace if not by unless. So how are we going to make this sentence? You cannot reach office on time unless you start early in the morning. So here you cannot make a sentence like unless you not start early in the morning. So this is going to be grammatically incorrect. You cannot use a negative word after unless, because unless refers to a negative condition. So if you use a negative word not after unless, so it's going to be double negative, and that is going to be grammatically incorrect. Okay, so please do not use a negative word not after unless. So the sentence is, you cannot reach office on time unless you start early in the morning. So this means if you do not start early in the morning, then you cannot reach office on time. So this way we use the word unless. Dogs won't attack unless they are provoked. Again, if we use if not here, so sentence will be like, dogs don't attack if they are not provoked. And if they are provoked, then they will attack. So here again there is a condition. If they are not provoked, they will not attack. If they are provoked, then they will attack. So again here, if not is replaced by unless. So now the sentence is, dogs will not attack unless they are provoked. Not unless they are not provoked. No negative word after unless. We will go for a picnic tomorrow unless it rains. So here we are talking about the future. We will go for a picnic tomorrow unless it rains. So this means if it doesn't rain. If not, if it doesn't rain. That's why I told you in the starting that unless refers to a negative condition, and this means if not. Okay, so we will go for a picnic tomorrow if it does not rain or unless it rains. We will go for a picnic tomorrow unless it rains. So in this sentence we are talking about future. Okay, we will go for a picnic unless it rains. But I'm not using will or would after unless, because that's another rule. We cannot use will or would after unless, because unless is a conditional word like if, and we cannot use will or would after a conditional word. Okay, so this is the rule. So here we will use simple present after unless. Okay, so we will go for a picnic tomorrow unless it rains. So this means that if it does not rain, then we will go, otherwise we will not go. Again there is a condition. I'm meeting her at 4 p.m. unless she calls me and changes the program. So again a condition. This means that if she doesn't call me and changes the program, then I'm meeting her at 4 p.m. today. Now let me give you an example of an interrogative sentence. Can you switch off the TV unless you're watching it? So this means, can you switch off the TV if you are not watching it? And if you're watching it, then don't switch it off. So this is an interrogative sentence, and here you have used unless. Can you switch off the TV unless you are watching it? Will you help me to complete my project unless you are tired? So this is another interrogative sentence, and here we are talking about the future. In future, will you help me to complete my project unless you are tired? So this means if you are not tired. If not. Okay, that's why I told you that unless means if not. So this way you can understand it better. Okay, so will you help me to complete my project unless you are tired or if you are not tired? I will have to stay home unless I get permission from my mom. So this is a compulsion. I will have to stay home if I don't get permission from my mom. And if I get it, then I can go out. So unless I get permission from my mom. So this way you can use unless to talk about a negative condition. Okay. And just keep two things in mind, that you cannot use not after unless, because that is going to be a double negative. And second, don't use will or would after unless. Next is until. Until can be used as a preposition as well as a conjunction. So first, let's see how this can be used as a preposition. As I have told you earlier, that unless refers to a condition, whereas until refers to a time period. Okay, so until means up to the particular time, up to that specific time. Now let's go through some examples. They played cricket until midnight. Okay, so this means we are talking about that particular time, up to midnight, till that time. Here you can use till also. Until and till, they both have the same meaning. They both can be used interchangeably. The difference is that till is less formal and until is more formal. Otherwise, they both have same meaning. Okay, so we played cricket until or till midnight, till that particular time, not before that, till that time. We didn't sleep until 7 o'clock. Again, until or till 7 o'clock. We didn't sleep till that time. That means we were awake till 7 o'clock. We slept after that, but till that time we were awake. We also use from with until and till to talk about when something begins and when it ends. For example, I was watching a movie from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. or I was watching a movie from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. So this means the action of watching TV or the action of watching movie started at 7 p.m. and that ended at 9 p.m. We don't use till or until to talk about something that will happen before a specific time or when there is a deadline. Okay? For example, I'll be free by 9 p.m. Okay, so this means that before 9 p.m. I will be free. Okay, we are not talking about until 9 p.m. or till 9 p.m. till that period or till that specific time. No, before that time. So here you cannot use till or until. So when you talk about an action that will take place before a specific time, then you will use by, not till or until. I will be free by 9 p.m. That means I'll be free before 9 p.m. You have to submit the reports by Monday. So here again, this is a deadline. You have to submit your reports before Monday. This is what it means. So again, in this sentence also, you cannot use till or until. Till or until means, if you frame it like you have to submit your reports till Monday, means on Monday you have that time, till Monday. Okay. But when it is by Monday, that means before that time, that is the deadline, and you have to submit your reports before Monday. We don't use until or till to talk about the quantity or numbers. For that, we use up to, not until or till. For example, this room can accommodate up to 20 people. So here you cannot use until or till. This room can accommodate till 20 people or until 20 people. No, that is grammatically incorrect because you cannot use these words before a quantity or number. So you have to use up to. This room can accommodate up to 20 people. Till or until can't be used to talk about the distance. For that, we use as far as or to. Let's go through some examples. We walked as far as the mall and then we turned back. Or we walked to the mall and then we turned back. So whenever you're talking about the distance, use as far as or to. Don't use until or till. If you frame it like we walked till the mall and then we turned back, that is incorrect. I'll drive you as far as the bus station and then you can walk the rest of your way home. Or I'll drive you to the bus station and then you can walk the rest of your way home. So here again you cannot use until or till. Now let's see how until can be used as a conjunction. We all know what is a conjunction. Conjunction is used to connect two words, phrases and clauses. Until is a subordinating conjunction and it connects an action or an event to the specific time, to the particular time. Now let's go through some examples. We should wait here until the rain stops. So here we should wait here until the rain stops. Till that time when the rain stops. So if rain stops at 7 p.m. so we should wait till that time. Okay, so here we are talking about the particular time period. That's why we have used until or till. Okay, so we should wait here till the rain stops, or we should wait here until the rain stops. They both are correct and they both have the same meaning. She was the teacher until she retired in 2000. So here I have used simple past after until. So to talk about past events, you can use simple past or past perfect. Okay, so she was a teacher until or till she retired in 2000. So till that period, she was a teacher. Children couldn't leave the class until the teacher had completed her lecture. Again, I'm talking about past. That's why I have used past perfect. So to talk about past events, you can use simple past or past perfect after until or till. Okay, so children couldn't leave the class until the teacher had completed her lecture. So until that time or till that time period. To talk about future or for future events, we cannot use will or would after until. Okay, that is the rule, and if we do so, then that will be grammatically incorrect. So we will frame the sentence in simple present. For example, I will wait for you until you come back. Okay, until that time, until you come back, I will wait for you. I'm not going to frame it like I will wait for you until you will come back. That is grammatically incorrect. So, however, you're talking about future, but you will not use will or would after until. You will use simple present tense. Sometimes we can use until and unless together in a sentence when the sentence has both condition as well as the time period. For example, you can't leave until and unless you submit your project. So in this sentence, we have both the condition as well as the time period. The condition is that if you do not submit your project, you cannot leave. This is the condition. And if you complete or submit your project, then you can leave. Okay, so this is the condition. Now the time period is the moment you submit your project, the time you submit your project, you can leave. So for example, if you submit your project at 7 p.m., after that you can leave. So there is the time period also. Okay, so that's why we have used until and unless both. I'll not sleep unless and until you come back home. So the condition is that if you do not come back home, I will not sleep, and if you come back home, I will sleep. So this is the condition. And the time is the moment you are back home. For example, you come back home at 11, then I will sleep after that. Okay, so again in this sentence we have both the condition as well as the time period, and that's why we have used until and unless together in the same sentence. So now I hope you have understood where we have to use unless, where we have to use until, and where we can use both unless and until together in the same sentence. Now you will not have any kind of confusion with this, and try to make some more sentences with these words, and if you still have some doubts, you can always mention in comment section. Please practice, please learn, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for future notifications. Thank you, take care, have a great day.